Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Preparation Ape, your number one place for the show that never gets uploaded to YouTube. Sponsored by Scion TC. I'm DKP.
Scion TC. I'm Major Tom.
And is coming to you live from twitch.tv/Chainsaw Ape every single Thursday at 8:30, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
We're all doomed, bro.
Doomed to enjoy the new Scion TC.
Scion TC.
Anyways, so, Major Tom,
what's up, baby?
it's Preparation Ape, man.
It sure is. Yay! My favorite day of the week.
We got these cool new dues, because we're going back to the hood.
Yeah, we're trying to get,
as it were,
funky fresh.
Funky, isn't it?
Funky fresh. As much as possible.
As much as humanly possible.
Yep. We're doing it. We're doing it big.
Oh. So what's on the Resodox tonight? What do we got?
Fresh ass shades, Major Tom. Sick colors, DKP.
Thank you.
Oh, you know. You know, we had our hair like this for a while. And then Ape Face was like, yo, fam. You got me on one of them cuts? I said, I got you, fam.
We did
We
have
hooked up Ape Face, too.
Man, what a treat.
Yep.
So, yeah, but what do we have going on tonight? And why is this called Back to the Hood?
I have no idea. We're bringing things back. You know, for a while there, we lost our touch.
Right.
But we're bringing it on back. We're keeping it trio. Zariella says, sup, Ape? Sweet hats? Question mark.
Thank you very much.
That's my hair. It's my hair.
I mean, it's kind of like a mix between Solid Snake and Axl Rose.
It's something.
But it's supposed to be like Back to the Hood.
Back to the hood.
I don't know, man. So what we got?
So we're going to be talking about the PS4 Pro, which we talked about a little bit yesterday.
Kind of looks like a cool fucking
stream.
Like, eye patch thing if you move it over here some. Right? Oh, wrong way. We're about here-ish. I got like I'm Big Boss or some shit.
You should make it look like a beard. Sick ass little.
I don't know how it's gonna work.
Back to the jungle, baby.
So yes,
yeah, we're gonna be talking about the PS4 Pro.
Oh, of course we will.
Every opportunity I can to talk about Mafia 3, I take. So we're gonna talk about that for a hot minute.
If that was the new NX discussion, I'd be fine with that. Actually,
what?
Like Mafia 3 instead.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Interplay, a really popular developer from the 90s. And we're going to talk about a little bit of Ubisoft, maybe some PlayStation VR. We're going to answer some of your questions. You still got time to pop them in there. So if you guys have any burning questions
or desires,
we got some Preparation Ape to put on them sick burns.
Good one. You know what I could go for after a sick burn like that?
What's that?
The new Scion ribs.
Get up out my fucking
gotcha.
Nose.
All right, so
you done fucked up my do.
Any more preamble that we need, or are we?
I don't think so. I'm ready to go if you are.
I'm fucking. Let's do it, man. Shit.
All right. So yesterday, the PlayStation 4 Anal Pro.
The Anal Pro. Fucking home run.
Anal
Good
Pro.
one.
Thank you. Was officially announced. My thighs are slathered up in Miracle Whip, and I'm ready for some ribs.
Ooh,
that sounds delicious.
Just stay tuned, then, baby.
Yeah.
I might wrap some up for you. You know, they do those things in, like the really fancy restaurants. They make little swans and shit out of them.
Yeah, out of Miracle Whip.
No, out of like leftovers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's just for you, Tex. What is that? I'll FedEx you some ribs.
They take your ribs and they turn them into swans.
No.
Give me them swan ribs.
Give me them swan ribs. So yes, we actually live streamed this yesterday. And,
yep. So I came out of it like, okay.
It's okay. What is it when something like when something grows on you?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? When I first finished Metal Gear Solid, I wasn't sold on it.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 5. Then the idea of Venom Snake and then all that, it grew on me.
It's like you. Hated you at first.
Right.
You grew on me though.
Likewise. But this was the opposite for me.
Yeah, actually. So I walked out of there being like, well, it's time to go buy a 4K TV and a PS4 Pro. But the more I thought about it, the more I kind of gestated in my own curds on it. Yeah, gestated.
You know, fucking the word curds is just the fucking. I don't care if you're talking about the people
or the cheese.
It's just
cheese.
It's despicable.
after I thought about it a little while, I consumed some other people's content on it, and a lot of good points were brought up about A, why,
Yeah.
and B, what the fuck is the point of upgrading? Like,
The best question that I heard was, who was asking for this?
Yeah.
And that was the one that really drove it home for me. I was like, huh, you know what? I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
But who the fuck is asking for this?
I mean, I've talked about before how I wasn't a huge fan of the way the PS4 Slim looked, the way they did the curved edges and stuff. And this is basically just that. Just with an extra sandwich on top. An extra bar.
Yeah, which is another thing.
It's a double-decker.
Yeah, it turned into a triple stacker, you know? Like the look doesn't necessarily bother me, really, though.
Yeah.
When we real honest. But
what's that chicken sandwich you can get that's like two pieces of chicken?
The double down.
Yeah, it's the double down of consoles.
In the same way in which that came out, and people had that Jeff Goldblum thing where it's like, you never bothered to think whether or not you were too worried, wrapped up with the question of can we, but whether or not if you should. Yeah. It's the same thing with this, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can release a 0.5 where the barrier of entry is a 4K television.
Yep.
But it's only moderately better.
A television that has HDR capabilities.
Not to mention it's going to be harder on developers to streamline everything. It's no guarantee that things are going to run well, right? Or no, or what I mean by that is that things are going to be an improvement.
Well,
right?
Developers are not required to use it either.
Exactly.
Let me actually see if I can find it. There's a list of games that are going to support it.
Also, I think I'm about done with these hats.
Yeah, go ahead and take them off.
I think they've been played out. And they're gone.
Well, we tricked everybody.
This is awful. So yeah, also, before Hadify gets here, let's go ahead and cover this. What is it that it can't do again?
This is kind of a big deal, at least in my mind. And
they completely glossed over it.
Yeah, they did that on purpose. They intended. So Sony, about let's say 10 years ago, created a new format for watching videos in the house called Blu-ray. Sony created this.
Okay? Yeah, I was unaware that that was Sony's doing.
Yeah, they created it so every Blu-ray player that you purchased, every Blu-ray disc that was purchased, Sony got a little sliver of that. So, the Xbox One comes out, it's got a Blu-ray player. It's like, oh, Sony's getting a little cut of that. Goes the same for Ultra 4K Blu-rays. So, Ultra 4K Blu-rays will play in a Ultra 4K Blu-ray player. The Xbox One S, which was released in August or September. August. I see black screen.
Gotcha. Refresh.
The Xbox One S includes a 4K HD Blu-ray player. The PlayStation 4 Pro does not.
Yeah.
It does not have a 4K Blu-ray player, which doesn't make sense to me, considering what I stated earlier, which is that Sony manufactures.
You own the fucking technology.
It's like no one can get it cheaper than you can. Like, why would you not just put it in there?
Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm not rushing out to buy a bunch of Ultra 4K Blu-rays, but it'd be nice to have the option.
Look, it's just one of those things. Like,
what's up, Pebby?
If I tried to make an example out of it, or give an example, it's like, okay, let's say that I don't really have a good example. This is absurd. It's just one of those things that, like, it's not a huge deal, but it's just so fucking absurd that it's not there. Considering, one, your competition's doing that, and you've known it's doing that.
What's up, TP Poker? 6 to you as well.
I don't believe for a second. We talked about this yesterday after the broadcast, but I don't believe for a second that anything happens internally at Microsoft that Sony does not know about, and vice versa.
Yep.
Right? To think that they don't have people that probably pay for information, like, hey, here's kind of a, we'll see on the blackboard. This is what they're shooting for.
Yeah.
And to know that it was going to do
people
that.
Have known about this console since the Game Developers Conference in, like, March or April. Like, that was where rumors of it first started coming out, of, like, Sony is telling developers, hey, guys, we're working on this new thing. Microsoft saying, hey, we're working on this new thing. Microsoft just chose to show their hand a little earlier by showing it at E3. But I think that was the smarter move on Microsoft's part. I think coming out and saying we do have a new Xbox One. It's smaller and it's sleeker and it does 4K and it's got a 4K Blu-ray player and it's all these great things. And it's going to be $300 starting. It can go from $300 to $400.
Right.
And then to say also a year from now we're going to have the Scorpio. With that being said, and Sony just keeping their fucking mouth shut until yesterday when they, in my opinion, kind of stumbled through a meeting to tell us why we want to have this thing, which they successfully, even with Mark Cerny's illustrious, deliciously crisp voice,
I don't know.
failed.
You keep saying that.
Oh, dude, Mark Cerny's
but that guy,
best.
but no, he's not bad.
No,
I don't doubt that. Like, I'm not talking about his presentation specifically. He has the cadence of one that's at a TED Talk.
Yeah,
which I don't really dig.
Which fits for a PlayStation meeting.
Yeah, but TED Talks are douchey.
That's fair.
And pretentious.
Oh, he's definitely super pretentious.
I didn't get any pretentiousness off him. I'm fair.
He's
you know what I mean? I didn't get that.
He's supposedly like one of the smartest people in the industry.
It's that shit where you do this and it's like,
damn, Wild Scotsman.
There are these obvious fucking like pauses that happen. You can almost like predict them coming. And he's like,
yeah.
And the thing is about PlayStation, the thing that sets us apart is triple stacks. Triple stacks. When one did not work, we then pushed forward ahead, thinking and striving for a better solution, a better life, so to speak. And it's like, dude, all right, man, get your TED Talk shit out of here. Like, everyone, you were freaking out about him, and everyone was like, "Oh, this guy's so great," and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I was like, I'm digging him, but like, there's
go watch
something about it though.
Go watch the last PlayStation meeting,
yeah,
and then watch a couple of interviews with him and stuff.
No, I don't doubt that he's a fucking genius. I don't dislike him at all.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that he's a fucking genius. Just I wasn't. This is the weirdest thing. This press conference yesterday, or this meeting as they called it.
Yeah.
I never went from like so hyped to like well, could have been worse, and to like, man, that was just, what the fuck was that?
In all fairness, like with all these things, rumors galore were coming out going into it of like, oh, a new Red Dead. Oh, the PlayStation experience is coming. Be prepared for them to talk about that. But just hit a couple of comments. Morning Shark has an analogy for you. He says, it's like the iPhone 7 not having a headphone jack.
Yeah.
If Apple invented the headphone jack, then yes. It would be like that.
Well, the other thing is, isn't it crazy that two things got announced yesterday?
Yeah.
That
underwhelmed.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I said this to VKP earlier.
Yeah.
She was like, well, one cool thing I guess about the new iPhone is it's waterproof, and I was like, okay, one, to me that's a who gives a shit feature, unless you're fucking doing laps with your phone.
Yeah.
Two, I'm calling it right now. When it comes out, just know it's not going to be fully waterproof at launch, and people are going to fuck up their phones by intentionally testing that.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
TP Poker says, what's up, gentlemen? When the new PS4 comes out, I'm going to take my old PS4 and crack someone over the head with it. Good on you, sir.
It's also going to it's going to get both new PS4 and by Xbox, so you can see old joyful tone here in 4K.
Ooh. All about it, baby. Now we just have to support 4K through Twitch. We got to become partners.
I wonder if 540p would look good on 4K. What happened?
We took this 540p and made it 541p.
Fuck.
Pep says Kirby could cater a TED Talks.
No, they would. They fucking would too.
Jam says, never gonna happen. Red Dead is dead, baby. It's like watching a porno with 3 pairs of pants on.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that. Legitimately, I don't think I'm ever gonna get around to picking one of these up.
I'm gonna get one. Number one, I have to have a 4K/HDR supported television, which my plan is to get one of those next year. And then 2, I want to get one in sexy ass, sleek ass white. So if they come out with a white,
I don't understand that.
Oh, dude, white consoles are dope. They do.
Yeah, but they
I'm just
dirty
saying.
really easy.
I'm just saying.
All right, here's the other thing, though, and I thought about this. I'm glad that I'm remembering it now, because this is something I pondered earlier today. So you know how they're saying, okay, they mentioned, okay, possibly improve frame rate, that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, the GPU is twice as powerful.
Here's the thing. So I don't think that that's going to really happen that much, and I'll tell you why. So let's say, for example, you go, all right, man, wouldn't it be great to play Bloodborne in fucking 60 frames a second? Right?
Yeah.
Twice the frame rate. It looked just a little bit smoother. A lot smoother. Whatever.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, certain games, and one that I can name, Bloodborne being one, I'm sure it runs off the same engine, Dark Souls, everything is tied to frame rate in those games. So, for example, when they released Dark Souls 2 for PC, and it was at 60 frames, double the frame rate, weapon durability went down twice as fast, and they weren't able to fix it. Because basically everything happens twice. And it's like a Street Fighter, right? Street Fighter games...
Every frame matters.
It does, and if you change that, all the animations and the way that the environment and everything works is working around that consistent frame rate. And if you change that at all, you have to change everything. So how many games... there's a lot of games, I'm sure, that probably work on that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't expect a whole lot of games to have that level of alteration. But, what about with, like, PC games? Does 60 frames a second affect a PC game versus 30?
Well, no, because they kind of usually plan for ahead of time for that. Now, sometimes they don't. For instance, the Dark Souls 2 PC port.
Yeah.
And that was a big fucking issue.
Yeah.
Because you really couldn't make it through a lot of the game because your weapon would break pretty much fucking immediately.
Yeah.
But normally, yeah, that is something that's taken into consideration.
Hit a couple of comments. Morning Shark says, disappointed they didn't have Insomniac reveal any more Spider-Man. Also, is that a PS4 Pro exclusive now? No, as far as I am aware, there will not be PS4 Pro exclusives. It's all going to be things associated with, like, visual fidelity.
Yeah, so it's up to the discretion of the developers, which, I mean, is, like, AAA titles, I could totally see really going all in for it.
Yeah.
Smaller indie ones, they're already, no, probably, I wouldn't expect
I can't imagine anyone's even taking advantage of it at all. Fott says, it is waterproof to prevent phones, dying when people get posed at the lack of headphone jack. Silly-ass headphones. I suppose so, yeah. Jam says, you console racist, referring to my love of white consoles. Hey, man, however you want to call that spade, you can call it. You know what I'm saying?
Poor choice of phrasing, probably. But let us move on.
Black consoles matter. Yeah, I can see that.
I agree.
Pissed, says Fots. Yeah, I'm not super stoked about that either, especially since the way I listen to my music is through, like, an auxiliary port, plugging a...
Yeah, it's like... Well, Tommy, I just think you're not forward-thinking. What I think the real problem is that anyone who happens to go, like, let's say, on a car trip, right, and doesn't think ahead of time to charge their phone, that way they don't need to charge it while listening to music, it's just fucking irresponsible and probably shouldn't own the new iPhone 7.
R.I.P.
Don't you think?
Morning Shark says it probably dropped those headphones in a gutter when crossing the street, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the other thing is, what do they call them? It's they're like, well, no, there's new wireless headphones. Yeah. And it's like, go for a fucking run with wireless earbuds. And fucking expect... Right? Oh, God.
You look like Airbud.
Dude.
The Golden Retrievers.
I just don't see... Now we're talking about fucking iPhone, but, like, this was just a tremendous... It kind of has something to do with what's coming up. But, like, what a tremendous fucking... Just a fuck-up. Remember on Chappelle's show and they're like, man, so-and-so's fucking up. Remember that?
Yeah.
I forget what the context was there, but it applies perfect. Man,
he's fucking up.
Apple's fucking up.
Val says, single thread operating on the game loop. Still weird that frame rate would be tied to durability. Yeah. James says, fuck anyone who buys into Apple's BS. Fox says, or they have standards and shouldn't own an iPhone. I have an iPhone. I like my iPhone. I've never been much of a
Tom, you're a simpleton, though.
I am a simpleton. It's true. One more thing before we move on. This is a list of PS4 Pro 4K and or HDR compatible games. Here are the games that have currently been released or are about to be released for it. Or at least will be released by the time the Pro comes out. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Killing Floor 2. Uncharted A Thief's End, which, it's weird. Uncharted 4 A Thief's End. Infamous First Light, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, Paragon, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited, The Last of Us Remastered, and The Witness. Black Ops 3? That's weird.
Yeah.
And then unreleased titles, Spider-Man, For Honor, Watch Dogs 2, Days Gone, Farpoint, Horizon Zero Dawn, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Mass Effect Andromeda,
Infinite blah, blah.
Final Fantasy 15, Dishonored 2, Battlefield 1, FIFA 17, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and Rise of the Tomb Raider.
So here's the other thing about yesterday in the PSX meeting or whatever it is. When they were doing the comparison shots,
Yeah.
I don't know if they intentionally did this or if it's just, something wrong with me. I don't know. But I couldn't fucking tell the difference, really. And they scrolled really fucking quick.
They did scroll very quickly, but I could tell the difference. I think the biggest, that one that they didn't scroll on was after they scrolled, it had like a sun ray shining through that you couldn't see as clearly.
Right. Now I appreciated when it showed that extra assets will be loaded in. But once again, that is only for super probably supported titles.
For sure.
That's I would not expect to see that in 90% of titles released.
So I guess we'll end this little piece, this little segment here. Are you going to get one?
Only if I'm rolling in money and have nowhere to spend it, which I don't anticipate. So realistic answer, no.
I plan to get one the same time I get a 4K TV.
Because here's the other thing.
But I don't plan to push to get a 4K TV anytime sooner. The 4K TV will inspire me to buy this, not vice versa.
Right. Well. Lastly, on this, it's okay. Someone who's me, right? I guess.
Someone.
How about this? How about me?
Yeah.
I'll speak on my behalf.
You should.
I really want to play the new Resident Evil, right?
Yeah.
And with PSVR. Now, I might not be getting a PSVR on launch, but I intend to probably pick one up around the same time in January when Resident Evil 7 comes out, right? Now, currently my barrier of entry for that is the $400, $399,
$399.
PSVR. That's it.
Oh, we should mention it's November 10th, by the way. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So that's all. Now, if I want the optimal experience in 4K, right, my barrier for entry is a 4K television, a brand new console, because fuck the old one, and the $399 PSVR.
Yep.
Nah, man.
You ain't about that life.
I ain't buying it. Yeah. I don't mean that like that, literally. I'm not buying it.
If your 4K television also hooks to your PC, and you can play games in 4K, would that not make the deal a little sweeter?
Wait. I'm not against.
You can use your PS4. You can use your 4K television as a.
I'm not against 4K TVs.
Yeah.
Because that's okay. That's something I don't have.
Yeah.
Right. I can't do that with anything.
Yeah.
However, I already have a PlayStation that can still play all these games, and when the difference isn't staggering, I can't really justify that. If mine broke tomorrow, I would consider.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that argument, and I don't want to get into this for too long, but just because that's basically PCs for you. If you want, you can play the majority of PC games on a standard run-of-the-mill PC that you buy this year. But if you want to play it the best way possible, you're going to have to throw down a lot of dough. Okay. And you can play the same games, but you'd have to put more in.
Right. So let's take that exact same reasoning. We're not going to get into a big argument.
I hope not.
For games that I specifically want to play at the highest fidelity, I buy them on PC.
Yeah.
I buy a lot of games because I don't give a shit that much about maybe it's not the game, but about what it looks. Maybe it's just ease of access for playing it on console. So I'm already fine with doing that and not playing it at the greatest of whatever. Yeah. Just to, objectively, whatever. Yeah. So in this instance, where it's just another one where it's, okay, this is still not the greatest for consoles, why would I care? Is that my point?
No.
If I already do that, and they just say, well, yeah, but you can make it a little bit better
But if you don't
on
do that,
console.
let's say you're me and you don't do that.
Well, then that's you. I can't speak for you.
I can't speak for you either.
I don't own an iPhone, Tommy.
I guess we're done. I guess we're done.
No, do you not get my point, though?
I'll just say sure for the sake of let's move on. Love and the Apes get in a big argument. You can tell it's about to happen because we're not going to get into a big argument.
No, look.
No, I don't want to do this. Let's go. Let's keep moving.
Little bitch.
Oh, little bitch. My feelings
Because you.
So to continue
You a bitch.
So to continue
You a bitch.
the PSVR conversation.
Isn't it weird that we're literally having to sit this close together too?
I know we're like
camera frame. You was a bitch, Major T. Yeah, fuck. I hate you.
I hate you.
Having to basically bump
and nobody
dicks.
else but you. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you. All right, so now I'm gonna bring my arm back. That was a perfect opportunity for Rick.
Oh, I was fucking thinking about it, but I didn't have a good joke, man.
Oh, okay.
Have integrity for getting ribs.
This isn't necessarily newsworthy, but whatever. We'll just get through it quick. So when the PlayStation VR comes out, it's going to come with a demo disc.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have 8 demos on it. It's going to have a Drive Club VR demo, which that should be fairly neat. PlayStation VR Worlds demo, which PlayStation VR Worlds comes with like a game that's like The Deep, similar to that game where you're like underwater and stuff stuff around you is happening.
So
London Heist
more
game,
like
it's like
a visual experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Illusion game, Luge, where you're laying down on the board, going down a hill, under cars and all that fun stuff. It's going to have a demo for Riggs, Mechanized Combat League.
Riggs.
Which I'm nervous about that game. It might help that you're in a mech, so if you're sitting down, you're like, okay, this feels okay. But it looks very fast-paced.
I was actually kind of hoping that you would be playing as Murtaugh.
Maybe
on the search. It's like the search for Spock, but the search for Riggs, you know?
A game called Tumble VR, which is like one of those stacking games where you stack a bunch of shit on top and try to prevent it from... You have to like purposefully hold the controller.
I already got that fucking Jenga VR.
Gotta have the Jenga VR. Battlezone Rebellion, which is a tank game. Eve Valkyrie.
Alright.
Wayward Sky. Sear among the beauty of the clouds and search for your father in a crumbling airborne
I feel like these should have been
fortress.
their own slides.
Nah.
Now, you didn't have the time, I get that.
And
that's a lot of work.
I could have created... Like, we could have done this instead of the things we were doing prior to this.
Right, but I didn't anticipate, like,
and
only when I'm seeing the screenshots here on the laptop, it's like...
And Headmaster.
Even though they're just screenshots.
The actual story itself is that we're getting a bunch of demos when you buy it.
Like, is cool. Headmaster not a terrible fucking name?
Yeah. First VR game I ever played in my life.
No.
Wait. Demos or full games on a demo disc? All demos. All that stuff is short little demos. Which I think is pretty neat because people are going to buy it and they're going to have no idea what the fuck to do.
It's kind of reminiscent with this of the PlayStation Magazine days.
Yeah.
You get the demo discs.
It reminds me a lot of what Vive does with the Lab, which is like a bunch of demonstrations of little things that you can do.
Sim Power Cup said, yeah.
It's like the Lab. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, pretty cool.
So the one difference here with PSVR and, we used to do VR Mondays, with the Vive for a lot today.
Yeah.
Of course, you got your waifu simulators, which you can't get on PSVR. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
But what I think is going to be really good here is that the games that are coming for PSVR are actual full fucking games.
Some of them are, not all of them.
At least there's one. Would you say that there's
Riggs
currently
is.
Riggs? Would you say that there's currently one Vive game that's like a full fucking experience? Maybe there is. I haven't checked in a while. I'm just kind of waiting.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna reap in all of them.
I hear there are some. There's one that one of my coworkers speaks very highly of. Check out
now the difference I guess is the big difference between the two is like it's much easier, I'm sure, to make a game. Well, look at it for example. The new Resident Evil. It's optional VR. It plays the fucking same. You move around with a stick.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's way harder to make a full-fledged experience for Vive just due to the room tracking, moving around. But yeah, that's gonna be really nice to be able to do VR and like have a full experience when it does come out. Or let's just say, for me, not when it comes out, but when I buy it in January.
Jam says, come buy our shit and we'll ship it with crap you don't want to show you what it does.
Ooh.
That to me sounds like an Xbox One fanboy thing. If roles were reversed and Microsoft was coming out with a VR headset and Sony didn't have one on the horizon and it's like coming with 8 games on the demo disc, Jam would be like, oh baby, I can't wait to play these. Can't wait to play Forza Horizon VR.
Do you
I can't wait to play Halo VR.
That fucking guy at the E3 conference.
You're not too late. We're not even halfway.
Oh, yeah. And, speaking of Microsoft and VR solutions, here's what I think they're going to do, and I really hope they don't. Hope they go the other way. Or there's a happy medium with this. Yeah. I think they're going to co-opt Oculus.
Yeah, I feel like they already have.
Have they? I don't think they've made any official announcement. If they have, I haven't seen it. Real fucking bummer, because Oculus is shit tier.
Yeah.
It's been Facebookified. And penny pinched.
Yep.
Would love for them to co-op Vive. Don't think it's going to happen. But if they had multi-support, fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Jim says, it's anti-VR, bud. Makes me sick. No console hate. Just VR hate. So, does VR, like, make you sick in that when you've tried it, it made you sick? Or you're just like, VR stupid. Video games and VR suck.
It's stupid.
Ankin says, HoloLens, baby! Did you watch that Conquer HoloLens thing?
No.
You know,
I didn't see it. Did you?
Yeah. There's a video online of a Conquer HoloLens game where he's like jumping around.
Is he smoking and drinking?
Oh, no.
Then fuck off and use a different IP.
Well, Cartoon says, well, that's good. Since we're on the subject of PS4, should I get the Slim? If you do not have a PS4...
I got you covered, fam. Yeah. Do you have a PS4 already? I'll wait for an answer. Now we wait.
What if he says yes?
And I'll say, then no.
And then what if he says no?
Sure.
Alright. 1 point for DKP. Says I defy.
I don't know, is this like points towards a write-up, or is this like, hey, I got a point.
Yeah, it's pretty good. PSVR uses DualShock 4 or Move controllers. That's correct. No, I do not.
Then sure.
You should definitely get one. So yeah, demo disc coming with PSVR. I think that's pretty neat. I think it's a smart idea to have demos available for whatever virtual reality. Anytime something like new, especially like this, comes out, there should be an option to play demos.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of mostly what is available right now, period.
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah.
Is the Slim better than the regular one? No, they're the exact fucking same. One's just cheaper. Actually, I would say the regular one's even better because it has well, I guess it depends on if you use optical audio. So if your like Astro headset uses optical, or your sound system at home uses optical.
So if you're an audiophile, maybe weigh your options. But
if you don't do optical, then Slim won't matter. If you do optical, then get the old.
Don't you think that's
How the hell is it going to work with them damn glow sticks? Is it like the HTC Vive? You don't use the controller? That question was answered earlier by I don't remember. I think Senpai Arkham maybe. He said that it uses both depending on the game. And as far as how it works with when you use the glow stick controllers, there's a camera that it comes with, and the camera tracks it. Wait, what? What is optical sound? If you don't know what it is, then don't worry about it. Just get the Slim.
Yeah, it's something that, like, when you have something that has to take optical sound, you're like, fuck. It's a pain in the ass.
That's not too bad. You just, like, my soundbar takes optical.
Right.
I have an optical cord plugged into my TV, and the other runs through my soundbar.
Dude, but I've always found that shit to be really janky, and it feels like you put it in, and it feels like if you put in an erect dick into it and it gets limp, it's like it could fall out at any time.
It's the whiskey dick.
It doesn't have like that. It doesn't have like that, feel to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of petty.
If the Slim costs less, I'll try to get it. Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
You know, not having an optical drive, that's Slim privilege.
I'm sorry. Mass Effect Andromeda. So we got a trailer yesterday. I was going to show the trailer, but I felt like the trailer was just kind of whatever-ish. But, oh wait, I guess real quick. I work for Electronic Arts. Anything to say about EA is not reflective of the company. Disclaimer. My opinions, disclaimer. They announced some new information
Getting awful
today.
lazy with that disclaimer these days.
Yeah, well, most of the people in this room get it by now. And if this is your first time to watch one of our streams or anything like that, then you watch this and you're like, okay, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I do want to make a panel eventually for the Twitch page, though. It's just a disclaimer. Major Tom works for EA. Don't listen to him.
Think you could absolve yourself from saying it after that?
I probably could. I would just say, like, there's a disclaimer about me working at EA. Read it at the bottom. Probably do that.
That'd be nice.
Andromeda. This game has me all fanboy. So some information came out today. I pulled this from Polygon, your favorite website. Megan
I feel
Farouk.
like you do this shit on purpose.
Farouk Manesh.
They would hire someone named
Farouk Manesh.
Megan Farouk Manesh. They would, wouldn't they?
I feel like I pronounced that pretty well. Mass Effect Andromeda will be a family affair that features not one, but two versions of its new hero, Ryder. In an interview with PlayStation Access, creative director Mac Walters revealed that the male and female versions of the character not only exist in the game world at the same time, they're siblings. Ooh. Quote, what a lot of people don't know, little surprise here, is that those two are brother and sister. Walters says, quote, they both exist in the game world at the same time, so if you're playing as the sister Ryder, female Ryder, your brother is somewhere in the universe.
Sister Ryder and brother Ryder?
Yeah.
What?
And Flo Rida. Flo Rida's in it too.
No.
In the original Mass Effect trilogy, players could choose the gender of Shepard, the game's lead, but he or she existed as a unique individual. Walters told Polygon previously that BioWare wanted to move away from focusing on a single titular hero.
Hey, can I make a... How would you say...
Yeah,
and by the way, that's spelled 2 Ds.
Yeah, you're offending DKP over here.
You are. Can I make a
An aside?
prediction
Oh, cool.
for how the story's gonna go?
No. No.
No?
No.
Just
You
in case
cannot.
but I know nothing about it.
I know, but just in case you're right. No.
Alright, well look, I'm not going to. But imagine if I was to make a game, right, where choice matters, I would just feel like, hey, look, actually, you know what? I got this for you. I got this covered. How many games do this where it's like, hey, you can pick the male or the female character? There's that done before, and it's like, but what inevitably happens, the other one becomes your rival because they make other choices, right?
So your prediction is that the writers will separate.
That it's like, hey, look, if you pick the sister character, the female character,
Then
then the male character, you're going to be all buddy-buddy at the beginning.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen. There's going to be a rift between the two.
Yeah.
And then, like, inevitably it's going to be, or you know, you're going to have to fight them in the end or make a hard decision. Maybe because it's Mass Effect, there's a lot of choices. Maybe you can reconcile. But, and vice versa if you pick male, right? That's what I think.
Real quick, the trilogy is really awesome. I love the original Mass Effect trilogy.
Whoever's not played becomes Martin Sheen, basically.
Cool. Played the original Mass Effect trilogy, and I played through as male Shepard. Just because, like, he was on the box art, it made the most sense to me. But I heard that Femship was actually, like, the voice actress for her. I think Jennifer Hudson was her name.
Jennifer Hale.
Jennifer Hale, thank you. Was a much better voice actor. This is what I hear. So I have decided that when I play through this one, I'm going to play as female Ryder. I don't. Obviously, it's not the same voice actor, but I want to, check out the softer side of Sears.
Well, okay, so when the original Mass Effect came out, right?
Yep.
I don't think that I don't even think BioWare anticipated it was going to be the incredible hit that it was, right? But a good reason for that is, of course, story, all that sort of shit, right? So, them kind of learning from past mistakes, in a lot of ways, and playing to their strengths, right? Which is phenomenal voice acting, pretty much all around. That's, of course, they're going to be focusing on that big time this time. So you're not going to have whoever the fuck played Dude Chef, and then Jennifer Hale, right? Yeah. Pretty much kind of the Troy Baker of gaming voiceover. You're probably going to have two really competent ones.
I hope so. James Hale said an offensive comment regarding my job. So, here's your one warning, buddy.
Tom's secretshame.co.au.
Here's your warning.
Shut the fuck up. That's a quality comment right there.
It's not that comment. It's the beginning of the comment.
Oh.
Crossing the line.
What do you...
Don't defend.
No,
if you're going to defend...
You misunderstand. He he's using voice to text, and it was Major Tom Sucks.
Okay.
Medea cock.
Oh.
Right? Like the movie.
Gotcha. Okay.
But like voice to text fucked up, and it
appreciate you having my back on this.
I'm just trying to save you.
No,
this
you're
is
not.
about
You're,
something
you're,
else
you're
entirely.
You're going in the opposite direction. You're taking it in the opposite direction.
Hey, I wouldn't even notice that.
Textville Davis says, "What's the chance Andromeda is like Destiny? RPG with shooting instead of story-based action game."
Let me cover this. As someone who could not possibly have any insider info, I'm gonna say 0.
Yeah, I'm very confident it's not.
They would shoot themselves in the foot so fucking hard to change formats of gameplay at this point. Yeah.
Pebble says Dragon Age 2 also BioWare did the brother sister thing before. Cool. Idify says LOL sexist. Played as a female and had all kinds of lesbo action because that's the bestest kind of action. I like that his comment is sexist and then he gets into talking about female lesbo action.
Hey,
I love Jennifer Hill's voice work. I played as a femship, but then went back and did male ship.
I played male ship only.
Yeah,
because I've only played through the series once.
Yeah, same with me. Maybe I'll play through this one more than once, but we'll see. That's right. .au.
Yeah, here's the thing that I've heard kind of about femship is like, all right, most people pick male if they're male in those games. Like, I kind of identify with this, right? And vice versa. That's really a lot of people do, right? Sure. A lot of people kind of go the other route of a lot of people that when I used to play WoW, I used to ask both, like, why do you play as the only female characters? And they go, well, I don't prefer to see a dude's ass running in front of me forever. I'm like, give me a fucking break. I don't know what it is, but it ain't that.
I mean, whatever reasons people have is up to them. That's cool.
Right. But for me, like, from what I hear with Jennifer Hill's voice acting is it's so good. It transcends being just an avatar of yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like, makes kind of the own character, which to me, Dude Shep was just kind of just an avatar for me as the player.
For sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Ultimate Cartoon says, I'm serious. You want to play a game where you have an affair? I'd play a game where you have an affair. That's what's cool about video games. They're like movies or everything else. Like, who'd want to watch a movie where characters in that movie have an affair?
Yeah, Ultimate Cartoon, play Catherine.
Yeah.
It kind of does make you feel guilty in a way.
Yeah. And that's what I want, though. I want video games to make you feel something. I don't. Not all of them, obviously. Some of them you just want to fucking blow shit up, or some of them you just want to collect 100 red coins. Whatever.
Sure.
What the fuck, Tom? What the fuck?
So, what do you guys think our chances of?
I'm totally okay with playing a game of
incest are in this.
I'd say very minimal.
Really? That's
Ultimate Cartoon says no. Fuck Catherine.
That's not very progressive.
Texas, how do you know I have tits? I mean, what tits, my good sir? I play girls because girls are hot, says Senpai. Yep. All right, one more thing on this. It's still from the same Polygon article. It says, BioWare brought Andromeda to yesterday's PlayStation 4 Pro reveal event where it showed off brand new gameplay. E3 2016 gave us a look at the sister rider. This latest clip was all about the brother. In the same interview, Walters revealed that we've actually seen even more of the rider family than we knew. In the E3 2015 reveal trailer, like where he's like going through the stuff, like picking the different things, the character in the N7 suit was their father.
Oh shit!
We've got this full rider family full sort of now revealed. We'll do names and things in the future as well. So pretty cool,
dude. Okay, now it feels like they're almost trying to do like space drama Game of Thrones. You know, like their father's in there, and now. If we go on what I said earlier, like, one of them's going to take one path or whatever, because you're going to take, as the main player character, you're probably going to take the good path, right? By default.
I plan to. Yeah.
Well, by
Paragon,
default.
Baby.
Like, you can still do that while
Paragon,
being a
baby.
renegade or paragon, right? But, like, you can probably take the good path.
Yeah.
And then your father's going to say some shit like, you know, when you two was growing up, I used to look at your sister. Now, kind of a weird pause there, but unintentional. It's like, I never thought she'd turn out to be the individual she is, doing such horrible things, right? Like, I feel if that doesn't happen,
and then there's a scene where
then fine,
where Father Rider like walks out onto this like walkway above a huge gap, and he's like, Ben, come home.
What?
Ben, I want you to come home, and he's like, you're good, your mother misses you, and then Ben pulls out his lightsaber, and then stabs his dad, and then he's like, And then he shoots
God,
them off.
I can stop phoning this
And then
in.
Krogan Chewbacca shoots.
Krogan Chewbacca.
Yeah, Krogan Chewbacca
Ah.
shoots down at the Rider sibling, the evil Rider sibling, and then they blow up the Planet Eater Star.
If it's gonna go that way,
base.
then along with that,
What's up, Batman?
Your player character or your sister, your rival character is never going to reveal their face the whole game, and then when they do, you're gonna be like, "Wow, what a disappointment." I don't know what I expected, but
let's move on.
It wasn't that. Hold on, before we do, let's hit some comments real quick.
Okay.
Ultimate Cartoon asks, "Did you go to the Nintendo panel?"
I don't know what you're referencing.
Immediately. Context, please. Pev says Renegade all the way. I agree. What's up, bad man? And Jam says, I hope this is the Mass Effect that actually makes me finish the game.
Hashtag.
Pound sign.
Let's move on.
I'm a little bit pound sign.
Let's move on.
Your time's a little bit hashtag or some sort of lame shit.
Super Mario Run.
So, do we want to talk about this now?
No,
or do we
just
watch
hit player.
the
We'll
trailer?
talk through it.
Well, okay.
Coming 2016 for iPhone and iPad. It is coming to Android in 2017. Look at that wide screen we're getting.
Who the fuck filmed this vertical? Fuck me.
So, the big thing about this game, maybe not the big thing, it's an endless runner, which to me that's what makes the most sense for a Mario game. And you just like tap the screen to make him jump, and you can hold it to make him jump higher, and then you can bounce off walls. And then what's cool is in my opinion, you have cool little objectives. There are, I think, 5 red coins in every stage as he collects a coin, and you try to get all 5 coins in every stage. And then you just have, there's like a leaderboard where you try to collect more coins than all the people on your friends list. So, yeah. To me, this makes the most sense for Nintendo. This game is going to sell like fucking gangbusters. Alright, let's move on.
No. You hold that fucking down, my friend. You keep it right here, tuned in. Same ape place, same ape time. I'm turning off the mouse. And have it back when we're done. Oh, that's the other keyboard. The streaming PC. Oh no.
You're getting off.
Oh no, my friend.
You don't know Flappy Birds? Why? Nintendo has more money than God. There's no need for this. Because they've been burning through money for the last console generation.
Well, if they wouldn't fucking name shit the new something, knowing inevitably one day it's not going to be new.
I'm taking that 3DS back. You're hating right now.
No, I'm loving the 3DS.
And
But I'm not calling it, I refuse to call it the new 3DS.
What do you call
I usually just call it the DS.
Which one you got?
The Zelda one. Thank you very much. You
Which
gave
Zelda
it to
one?
me.
There's like 5 Zelda ones.
I don't know them. Like, I really don't. I don't know how to answer that.
You have the new Nintendo 3DS.
It would be disappointment if it's energy based, only play a certain amount per hour. I don't know.
No, that's actually one of the cool things about it is you pay for the game up front and you have it. I think it's probably, my guess would be it will either be $4.99, between $4.99 and $9.99.
So this might come as a shocker to a lot of people. But I feel is deep in my loins, deep down in my plums, that I need to be real here about this.
Go ahead.
And shit all over it.
Go ahead.
So, okay, you probably didn't think of it this way. But let me hit you with some truth, Major Tom. Do you not see Reggie's Law in front of us?
Of course, I always see Reggie's Law.
Okay, how? Lay it on me. Because this is a big example.
So that Nintendo developers are taking the time to make a brand new game,
right,
as opposed to making a game for the NX.
No.
No?
Like, possibly, right? But that's not what I'm referring to specifically.
Oh. Well, that's still an example of Reggie's Law.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
But there's a much more egregious one happening right in front of us. So, when you hear Nintendo, right, it's, okay, they're going to get into the mobile game.
Yeah.
What do you think would work for mobile?
An endless runner.
Sure. What alongside that? How about, I don't know, Pokemon? Actual, you don't really need menu-based selection. You know, fuck the DS, a lot of them.
Just not
you do
giving
most
you
of
the
them
game
that way.
want.
No. I'm saying, like, what makes financial sense and what works well for the platform that you have.
Like Pokemon Go.
Well, hold on. Let me finish. So if you had the actual handheld Pokemon experience, and by handheld mobile, way different. It would translate 1-to-1 over.
For sure.
So would games like Fire Emblem, which are
Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing are both coming.
Yeah, I don't play them. Those are massively
They're both
successful.
coming to mobile.
All right, what about Pokemon though?
Pokemon's already on it.
Not Pokemon Go.
It's still Pokemon.
Break. No. Okay, now you're just being a bitch.
No. What Nintendo has said is that they want their mobile games to have their IPs and be supplemental to their console offerings. Because they don't want people to play Mario here instead of the NX or the Wii U or the 3DS.
It's gotta be.
They want people
to be the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let me give it to you. Let me give it to you like this. My almost 2-year-old son, his probably first time that he's actually going to enjoy a game
pulling that one, huh?
is going to be something like this. He's going to play some mobile game. Because when I'm sitting there
only if
on
you're
my
failing
phone, he
as
always
a father.
Whatever. Will you just let me fucking talk?
All right, fine.
So, he will play a game like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he will fall in love with this character that is Mario. Then he'll be like, Daddy, I want to check out this other thing. It's like a controller that I actually have to fucking play using skills. Thus, he will then, this is the opening, this is the door for him to get into. And that's Nintendo's plan, is to take their intellectual properties and put shitty versions of them.
I didn't say that, you said that.
Yeah, I put it in quotes though, which means I didn't really say anything. Shitty versions of them on the mobile device, so then they can have, if you want the juice, you want the good deets, you want the great game, you're going to have to buy our console.
So,
but continue.
If you really think they're going for the long haul in that way, and by the time your kid is old enough to really appreciate Mario and go and verbally ask you, Daddy,
Data.
Fucking, I don't know. Yeah. Yo, pops, what's up with this Mario, bro? You got any other games with this Mario, bro? Okay, and you're gonna think this is still gonna be the fucking medium. By the time he's old enough to do that, why, sir, you were just retarded.
What the fuck are you making up over here right now?
So listen, I kind of see your point, right? Yeah. I don't, but if this is the best they got for a long-term fucking brand recognition strategy, for literal,
I don't think this is it.
But you're literally saying for kids who are 1.5 years old.
No, I'm not literally saying that. I'm saying as an example.
But that's an aside to what my original.
Let's say there's a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old. Kids who only play mobile games. There are kids out there, there's a reason that 3DS isn't selling as well as the DS. And I think the mobile market has a lot to do with it. Right. People can play their video games on their phone. It's an all-in-one device that can do so many things for them. They can play it while they poop. So, people who don't care about Nintendo, it doesn't have the same meaning or impact to them as it did to us. They see this game and it sells really well. They see people talking about it on social media. They try it. They pay their $5-10 or whatever it is. They try it, and Nintendo's hope is that they will say, "I like this," and then when they see a much better version of it on a console, when one of their friends or family members are playing it, that they'll be like, "Dada, I want an NX. I'll let your boy." So that is their strategy. Now, is it a foolish strategy? Only time will tell.
Let me make sure. Your kid hasn't asked for this shit, right?
No, my kid hasn't asked for fucking anything. Okay, good. The only thing my kid asked for is to watch Korean pop music videos.
Enough, man.
Whoa!
I just don't.
Whoa!
I just wanted to.
No, you can't do that.
What I mean is, what you'll know why, right? I just wanted to sign off on that to some degree. Any kid who's doing that currently only plays mobile games, right? Any kid who only plays mobile games right now, Tommy, I'm just gonna tell you. To be honest with you, I hope they get AIDS.
Okay.
I hope they go out hiking, playing their mobile game, searching for Pokemon, and they step on a hypodermic needle, and they get AIDS.
Tell me more about how you had to walk in the snow 10 miles.
I just wanted to make sure your kid
and then down.
I just wanted to make sure your kid wasn't part of them.
What?
Before I said it.
What? Why you're going to be the best old man in the world is that you believe that your life in your childhood is how everyone else should live their lives in childhood. So that people that like music of today is just not good. I only like this kind of music. Video games of today for mobile devices are just not good. I only like this type of video game. What you have to expect is that the world is going to change around you.
Tommy, what I hear...
And that you can either evolve with
what I hear...
or you can sit on your porch with your shotgun, waiting for the Girl Scouts to show up.
You can stop.
So you can get your fucking do-si-dos.
You can stop the charade
and your tag-alongs
right now. You can stop this charade.
And you're gonna bitch that they're $7.50 a box.
You can stop this charade.
You're gonna bitch
that I don't exactly want. I don't want exactly what the fuck you just said. That's intentional. That's by choice.
Of course it is. That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't see. I just think you're envious that you can't live your life like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What
I would like to do. I don't know. Can you guys put me in the smallest box possible so I can
have shame
so I can live in here,
a conscience. So I hear just
live
jealousy
in here with tons of alcohol.
I just hear jealousy on your part.
Oh, it's total jealousy.
It's fucked, man.
I wish I only played 3 games a year.
Hey,
Tom
man,
isn't really like a dad.
Me too.
He's that cousin that's actually really cool. I don't know about all that. You kids get off my line with your Pokemon Go mobile shit. It's true.
All right, all joking aside, though. Here's what the weird thing was to me with this reveal is, okay, it's for the things that they could easily translate over, play to their strengths. Yeah. They didn't do. And for games like Mario, right, that people are getting very excited over, it's basically this. Like, you guys want to play some Mario on the phone? Yeah, let's do it. This is fucking Mario now, man. But here's the thing. It's literally just a reskin of things that already exist.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay. If we had the option to have Preparation Ape available on every in the household across every household across America, would you not at least want to have that option? Would you not like to do this type of job full fucking time?
So
no, just answer the question.
It's not that simple of a question.
Yeah, it is. Would you like to?
Having every house across America? No.
Would you like to do this full time?
I suppose. I mean,
okay.
Kind of make all the development work down the drain.
Now that we know that you would. Now that we know that printing money, so to speak, is something that will allow you to be able to do this. If I was to say...
That is not delusional grandeur. I've never heard one.
If I was to say that Nintendo will sell more copies of Super Mario Run than they will the last 3 Super Mario Brothers games combined, would you believe that?
Oh, no, here's the thing. I fully fucking believe this is going to be a smash hit.
Like, okay.
Possibly, so, if not in the realm of Pokemon Go, above.
So is there any inkling of you that makes you feel better that something like this that you would hate would be able to fund the next like legitimate full console Mario game? That Nintendo can continue to make the money and make the games that you love, that you can get your Super Mario Maker 2, knowing that this game was created. Would you be okay with that?
No.
Really?
Yeah, of course. Well, this might come as a shock to you, Major Tom, but I'm kind of playing this up a bit and making a deal out of it.
What do you think I'm doing?
I don't know. Let's hit some comments. We gotta fucking move on here, though. So the Racemate says, "Hey, I got a question, if I may ask. The iPhone 7 was announced last Wednesday, and they showed a new Mario game, F1 2016, and a Oz game.
Not that Oz game.
And they said it would have the same graphics as a gaming computer. How is this possible? No fan, air-cooled, water-resistant. How? It's.
I think that's a great question, Racemate.
I can take the answer to that.
Please.
Can you? All right. Well, just, let me ask you the question.
Okay.
Can you define same graphics as a computer? Exactly. No. Do you think that running Undertale will be possible on a phone?
Yes.
Probably. That's the same graphics as a computer, bruh. There's your answer. They might have the same assets or the same fidelity as some computer games. Is it going to be better than like top end, overclocked shit?
I think what we're seeing is that
that's
the
marketing.
Technology powering mobile devices is getting exponentially better.
Mm.
Like it's better than it was 10 years ago, clearly.
Right.
Just like consoles are. But they improve at a rate so much faster than like consoles are moving at that I think eventually iPhones and all this will be as powerful, if not more powerful, than your current gaming console. I think, like, before, like, let's say the PlayStation 5's life is over.
You're kidding.
That a mobile device will be as powerful as that.
Only if they play somehow on the same exact architecture of the NX. Who knows the fuck that is, right?
That Tegra processor.
But even then, it will not be a mobile device. It'll be more like a handheld. Because unless you're the sort of person who's fine with putting a note in their pocket, the Galaxy Note or whatever it is, that's like a fucking
basically a tablet. Yeah.
Then no, I don't think you're going to see them meet it.
I think you will. I think the technology gets fast enough that
it'll. Let's see. Morning Shark says, I think it's going to be awesome. It's advertising for the mainstream Mario titles, and I suspect most people will play with one hand using their thumb, plus the score actually matters. You can play with friends online.
Yep.
I do think it's going to be super successful.
I'll let you know how it is, and my guess is I'm going to love it.
All right. So it says, why tap your phones? Why press buttons on a controller? Just go outside and jump across chasms.
Catch floating coins in the real world.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, sure.
Sim Bargain says, it won't be as big as Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is free, or is. Yeah. Little Tortilla Boy says, kids these days, that's why I'm sterilizing myself.
Pounds on old school gamers. Fuck that mobile nonsense.
Oh, boy, thanks for the host, Delicious. Much appreciated. That's the same. It's the same graphics as the TRS-80. Sponsored by Scion TC.
Scion TC.
James says, my iPad runs San Andreas. Why are they still throwing this low-grade indie-looking bullshit at us? James, when's the last time you took a good long look at San Andreas?
good long look.
All right.
Hey, you remember that time that James fell asleep while he was...
Oh, yes. His 24-hour stream? Where fucking Ida 5 was cheering him on at 10 o'clock at night, and he logged back on at 6 to go to work, and he was literally snoring. James, I think you still got time. If you do not go back and make a highlight out of that, you're fucking up.
One more question. Do you think in the future Apple or Samsung may compete with Microsoft and Sony? I think they already are.
Not in the console market, at least.
I think anything is possible. I think if 20 years ago you told me that Microsoft would be competing against Sony to have the top console,
right,
I would have told you you're fucking nuts. So,
sure, but
do I think it's possible? Yes.
No, listen. Right now, people are speculating like this or possibly the next console generation will probably be the last console generation. There will be some other new iteration of technology, something. Yeah. So if you think to think that another company is going to jump into that and compete in the console market between now and when that inevitably happens, I don't think so. The barrier of entry is way too fucking high because there's already the divided fan base. You know what I mean? Like, for no real reason.
There's always a divided fan base, though.
Right, but to come in and just say, yeah, well, you also have to win the favor of developers. There's too much that goes into it. I don't think
there is now.
Right.
But in the future, which is what he asks, in the future. It depends on how far in the future we're talking.
Well, but it also depends on competing in what regard. You know what I mean?
For sure.
If it's just for like mobile technology or games, sure. If it's a console market, I don't think so.
I don't think anything is surprising. I also, if you would have told me 15 years ago that the most popular device on Earth would be like a product made by Apple that's basically a small computer you keep in your pocket, I would have told you were fucking nonsense. That the iPod would develop into one of the biggest phone industries on the world, I would have told you, I don't see that. So I think anything's possible.
I don't think it's a comparison, but I do think we should move on.
I'm okay with that. Mafia 3. All right, so this has come by way of GameInGuide.com. Let me see who put this together. It doesn't say who put it together. So, GameInGuide.com. Mafia 3 is set to launch this October, and already the developer is talking DLC expansions. At PAX West, held on December 2nd through 5th, in Seattle, the maker of the game expressed their plans for free downloadable content. They said DLC is also scheduled for release as soon as the game launches in October. The expansion, called Faster Baby, will bring fans the option to get a new character outfit. Faster Baby.
Faster Baby. The new Scion TC.
Scion TC.
You gotta go fast.
Yeah. Will bring fans the option to get a new character outfit and a weapons pack that will arrive 30 days after the game is launched. For the vehicles, a customization that includes Superfly paint jobs and personalized license plates will also be available. The Mafia 3 Faster Baby DLC also treats fans with unprecedented racing missions. Ooh. Sign of Times is the second expansion in the Mafia 3 game. Here, players are told of the ritual killings happening in the game. The second expansion puts players in the position of Lincoln, chasing down the cult responsible for killing his family.
That sounds fucking really odd. But how could you have 1970s New Orleans without a shitload of the voodoo man?
Yeah. I saw Live and Let Die, starring Roger Moore. The third Mafia 3 expansion, called Stones Unturned, tells the story of Lincoln and his history in the Vietnam War. Players who have the season pass will be able to get the 3 expansions for the price.
Wait a fucking minute, are you serious? So, not only are we getting Mafia 3, which looks fucking incredible.
Yep.
We're also getting voodoo shit.
Yep.
Which, incredible. And you say tells the story. Maybe this means playable Vietnam content?
That sounds right, yeah.
That would be fucking tremendous.
Players have the options to buy the expansions on separate occasions without buying it through the bundle. If you buy each expansion together, if you buy each expansion separately, the total will be $39.99, which is, I'm guessing, like $12-13 per expansion. If you buy the season pass, it'll be $30. The promise of goodies in the new Mafia 3 expansions are quite incredible. Players have vast choices in terms of weapon skins and other customizations.
I could give a shit about all that. Vietnam, playing as Lincoln Clay.
Yep. So,
who, by the way, I already feel like it's going to be the new Tommy Vercetti for me.
Yeah?
Like,
you feeling it?
I feel like he is.
You feeling it?
I hope so.
Have you you played through the first 2, right?
Yeah.
If you guys haven't played through Mafia 1 and 2, make sure you do, because they're awesome. They're a little dated, but it's okay. They're still fun. Must buy. Looks good, says Jam.
Yeah.
It looks Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican. Oh shit, Illuminati confirmed.
Typical consoles will probably eventually turn into the Razer computer they tried making, where everything is like cartridges to upgrade graphics. I think inevitably that's kind of where it's heading a little bit.
Yeah.
Except for Nintendo will stay
Reasonmate
classic.
says, also there's a rumor that the next Burnout game would be Burnout 2 Point of Impact remastered for Xbox One and PS4. But that's not confirmed. That sounds awesome. That. Yeah, I'm totally in on that.
You know, I used to work for a company that had to troubleshoot Burnout Paradise.
Yeah.
We'd have to like do a lot of play testing to like test stuff.
Yeah.
And I swear to fucking Christ, man.
To the jungle.
If I ever no, you got it completely wrong.
Oh, yeah.
If I ever hear
Paradise City,
take me down to the Paradise City, grass is green, and you're just sitting there like trying to like, okay, just let me see if the DLC's here. Oh, won't you please take me home? Yeah.
The Senpai says that guy looks like a punk,
before that part. Great.
A punk younger version of Reggie.
Dude, oh man,
so good.
I'm never gonna be able to not play this game now and think of fucking Reggie.
Lincoln's Law. Mafia 3 is a must-buy, man. It looks so good.
Yeah, it looks fucking great.
Seems, man, beating a dead franchise, says
Texfo Davis. You can get out.
Really? Says, oh shit, Illuminati confirmed. True story. Nambax and the Voodoo, that's a winner.
Yeah.
But will the DLC be physical? That's what I want. You gotta buy that Lincoln Clay Reggie toy, that Lincoln Clay Amoeba.
Are you trying to trigger me?
That dude in the logo looks like Reggie. Exactly. Senpai says Burnout Paradise was garbage. Revenge and 3 is the best.
Revenge was like the fucking best.
I was a big fan of Takedown as well.
All right.
Yeah, let's move on.
Oh, when is the new release date for this, by the way?
October 7th.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, because it was supposed to come out this month, wasn't it?
No.
Wait, this comes out next month.
Yes.
When was it supposed to be released, then?
October 7th. That was the first time they ever announced it.
Right, but it was delayed, though.
No. October 7th.
I'm pretty sure
I think it was
delayed.
March, actually. It was supposed to come out in March. I think you're right. It's supposed to be March.
So it's
March.
March.
Push it back to October. You're right.
What do you mean? Well, it was March.
Supposed to be March of last year, of the current year.
No.
Supposed to come out in March 2016.
No, it was not.
When was it supposed to come out?
Dude, we've talked about this so many times.
Mafia 3
after March, before
original release date.
Yeah, let's see it.
July 28th, 2015. Oh, that's when it was teased.
Yeah.
It's set to be released in October.
Yeah, no, it got released. I thought the original release date was October. And then there was a delay, and now
Till
I
later,
think
after October? Still October.
then I've been rused.
Yeah.
And bully for us. All right, let's move on. We got For Sale, Boogers and Worms.
Boogers and Worms.
Yeah.
So, Interplay, a game publisher that was really awesome back in the day, developed a lot of great games like Boogerman, Earthworm Jim,
Right. Claymates.
Clay Fighter.
Ooh.
Real quick, as soon as I got Nintendo 64,
Real quick, I work for Interplay, and in my opinion,
I work for Boogers and Worms. Real quick. So, when I got Nintendo 64, I got Diddy Kong Racing and Super Mario 64 for Christmas. And my birthday was coming up, and my dad was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Oh, you gotta give me Clay Fighter 63 and a third." Like, all these amazing games, well, there were probably like 30 games on 64 at the time.
now I'm making that face like, ugh, because I know what it was.
Yeah.
Not what you thought it was.
Yeah.
I
And
did
I
the
was like,
same
you
shit
got
with
to-
Castlevania.
You got to get me Clay
I
Fighter
feel you.
63 and a third. It's going to be amazing. I hear Earthworm Jim's in it. I loved the Super Nintendo Clay Fighter. Boy, oh boy, was I disappointed.
Oh, Jesus. Was it a disappointment?
So,
So do you think had it worse? Me or you? Was this a bigger disappointment to you than Castlevania 64 was to me?
no.
Okay.
No.
I don't mean to like, compare apples here. But
Yeah, it's okay.
but
right.
that was my one thing was like, I know that feel. I had Mario 64, which is an infinite masterpiece.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get something that sucks, and it's like,
Did you play Earthworm Jim 3D?
how the fuck did this ever stand a chance?
You play Earthworm Jim 3D?
No, I don't think I did.
It
No.
actually wasn't that bad.
No?
I mean, I would say in the grand scheme of things, it was probably pretty bad, but I didn't think it was that bad back in the day. Ow, fuck, I just stubbed my toe. All right, so I'm going to read an article from IGN written by Matt Porter. It says, Interplay has announced it's selling its library of video game assets and intellectual property. What this means is the likes of Earthworm Jim, Free Space, Clay Fighter, Descent, and Battle Chess are up for sale. In total, the sale represents 70 titles and dozens of game characters. With the proliferation of mobile, this is a quote, with the proliferation of mobile, augmented reality, virtual reality, and other new forms of consumption, we believe that consumers are ready to experience and interact with Interplay's characters, stories, and gameplay in ways never possible before, said Eric Kane, president of Interplay.
Sounds like some Shigeru Miyamoto shit.
We look forward to seeing how this unique portfolio of interactive entertainment icons will evolve for the worldwide audience. Remastered Clay Fighter game was supposed to be coming this year, but we haven't heard much about it since its announcement. Last year, a Kickstarter for a Free Space Tactics board game was canceled after the project got nowhere near $75,000 funding target.
God, it's so low, too.
So what do you think about this?
When's the last time you've seen any of this shit?
It's been a long time. That's kind of the question is it just nostalgia that's wanting to, that gets people excited about it?
No.
Or, like, is there a legitimate belief that these games could be good? Like a new Clay Fighter.
You give me one reason why they can't be good. Given competent developers.
I was about to say, it depends on who develops the games.
Tell me why the IPs themselves, the intellectual property, the ideas, can't be made good. Can't have good execution.
So from my perspective, they're going to be good based on this idea that I care about those IPs. So the IP will matter. Similar to what we're talking about with that Mario game. Like, IP matters.
No, I think Boogerman is the hardest sell to make modern and good. Earthworm Jim, you could easily do that.
People like farts and booger jokes, though.
Clay Fighters, if you made it look legitimately like... You know how Yoshi's Woolly World looked kind of like legit yarn?
Yeah.
If you make it
they had
really look like clay, then you make it a decent fighting game.
Kirby's Canvas Curse, like everything looked like clay in that game, and it looks incredible.
Yeah, there's no reason why any of these could not be made great again.
Yep. So yeah, nothing much on that. I'm excited about the prospect of it.
I'm more excited to see who these go to when they're auctioned off.
I'd love to see, PlayStation
Stay tuned for
4.
that in a future Prep Ape, I'm sure.
What would be great is if I'm not gonna say Nintendo bought them, but if these games were exclusive to Nintendo platforms.
No.
I don't want Nintendo to be the developer, but I
Okay.
would like to see Nintendo have them as Nintendo exclusives.
Why?
I don't know. They just seem it makes a lot of sense for me to have these as Nintendo exclusives.
I don't see it.
It's the nostalgia box.
Oh, that's fair.
Well,
hold on. Do you mean the previous titles, like them putting them on a virtual console, or slight remasters, or new ones?
Both.
I mean, sure, but I don't see the point of them being exclusive to Nintendo consoles.
I know your stance on exclusivity, and it opposes to my stance. So there's no way that I'm going to be able to convince you.
Well, no,
I think that the idea of Nintendo having these games makes Nintendo's library look more appealing.
See, so you're just feeling fucking shy about your Nintendo library. You're like, I'd like to be able to stand
My
in the
Nintendo
mirror.
library.
I'd like to be able to stand in the mirror with it without having to fluff it.
I have more amazing exclusives
ashamed.
for my Wii U than I do for my Xbox and PS4 and Xbox One combined.
Right, but that's like saying like, oh well, you know,
I'm not nervous about my exclusives for my Nintendos.
But dude, like, okay, yeah. I was gonna have a really bad example for that. Like,
of course you were. Let's go.
No, it was a good example, but it was a bad example. We can move on.
I'm sure it was.
Ooh.
You and your friends are dead. So I was trying to come up with a tagline for this. I love that.
Dude, the 80s theme they're fucking doing here is tremendous.
Yeah.
And it kind of fits our whole...
It's so funny how similar it looks to our stuff.
Oh, by the way, good fucking little detail there, Jason.
Oh, you like that in the back?
Yeah, I do see that.
So that you and your friends are dead, that was a quote from the
Dude, there's something about
hair metal.
Yes, in this trailer that I feel like, wow, good job. Hey, Morty, you did it. You know, like, you fucking...
if you have a weak stomach, you should probably just start watching this.
Oh, fuck off. If you're watching Prep Ape with a weak stomach, if you ever watch this, you're easily offended or sickened.
Oh, dude, it is so good.
Like, I know that these are like one-time single animations, but
what makes me excited is there are so many kill animations here.
Oh yeah,
and there's no way this is like.
Also, King Hodder didn't.
Yeah.
Never before have you seen a man with chromosome wrath like Jason Voorhees in full swing.
And then he just like right here is like, so fucking funny.
You know, having a sort of job must be great, but I can imagine the pitfalls of it in a way. I would want realistic representations of like what people look like when they're dying. If I'm gonna make a game that's this, right? You want authenticity. Horrible as that is, right? And despite how big of a piece of garbage I am, in a lot of ways, and unsympathetic to mostly everything, that video, remember, was it like one guy, 4 hammers, or some shit back in the day? You ever watch that? That shit like made me sick. Like watching that poor guy walking home from work, just get brutally savaged by Russian teenagers, and watching him on the ground afterwards. Film like that, even to this day, I think of them like, nah, that's too much, even for me.
Well, I can't watch like.
But that one was real.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I would have to watch that to be like, okay, I gotta get a realistic representation to really sell it to people. Imagine how many of those you have to watch.
It has to look like the movie. So just like pull stuff from the movie. It doesn't even have to look real. It has to look like the movie. Anka says, this game has me worried because
too easy.
One monster versus a few players made by the Left 4 Dead guys. This should have been so good that it was awful. That's my fear. Here's the difference.
Yep.
The Friday the 13th intellectual property. Having this, if this was not a Friday the 13th game, I would give a shit.
Do you want to quickly regale our story about when we first saw the... Were you there for that?
What?
Oh, maybe you weren't. So go on. I'll tell my story afterwards.
having the intellectual property of Friday the 13th associated with this game makes it 10 times more appealing. If this game was like, what's that other game that you play?
Well, I don't play anymore, but it's
Whatever.
garbage. But I will say this: it does work. Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. So, if it was Dead by Daylight, if this was basically just like Dead by Daylight, wasn't a Friday the 13th thing, my interest in it would be like half as much. But the fact that this is Jason Voorhees, and he is taking them out, and it is Crystal Lake, and it is Camp Counselors, and it's like that.
Right.
Being such a fan of those movies growing up, being a fan of them
also,
now.
I've said this a lot during this particular Prep Ape, for some reason, playing to their strengths.
Yeah.
Even the trailer makes me go, all right, they get it.
Yeah. And that's what's really important. So it's not even necessarily the gameplay that gets me hyped. I think even if the game is just decent, I'll probably put more hours into it than I would if it wasn't a Friday the 13th.
Right.
iDefy says, don't be spreading your negativity on this game. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh god, the screwdriver video.
That'd be the one, yes.
And did your time, and I feel this Friday the 13th should have been the exclusive video.
That's fair. So, when this was originally announced,
Uh-huh.
like the day that it was announced, it was at Comic-Con. And there was a panel with Adam Sessler, who was a heavy fucking promoter for this game when it came out. I think he was in the original. I think he was the original Kickstarter host for their video as well.
Yeah.
So it was the devs of Gun Media and Adam Sessler at the Comic-Con, and pretty much a fucking almost vacant room, which was sad.
That is sad.
But you know me, I really do love to ask questions at cons.
Yeah.
And just are kind of really counterintuitive to the point.
Yeah.
So, of course, one of those like, yes, you're doing great job. You're doing fantastic. He's great. I didn't say that. I gotta be real here.
What was your question?
I asked him what the possibility for franchising was. Will we ever see a Leprechaun Back to the Hood version of this game? Were they aware of what they held in their hands to enable such things? And they were like, no, we have no plans for Leprechaun DLC. Appreciate it, though. You're welcome. I was dressed like a fucking Hotline Miami character looking douche. So, yeah. And I got out of there clean and smooth. Then I kickstarted the shit out of this game, and I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, I got the physical version, but I didn't get that like super ultra one that comes with a machete or some shit like that.
I didn't get that one. I got one that's, I think, signed by Kane Hodder. I forget. Yeah. But, no, so Dead by Daylight has shown us this can work.
Yeah.
Right? And work much better than Evolved. Just due to the way that no one's quite a bullet sponge for any sort. How this will work, we don't know. But considering that, here's like, I'm sure they've taken a shitload of inspiration, or not inspiration, but like, hey, Dead by Daylight hit stores first, very quick, is a kind of pieced together product, right? Very much so. If you don't believe me, fucking go play it. It very much feels...
I don't believe you.
Dude, it's like procedurally generated. Everything looks exactly the same. There's only 4 killers. Balancing has been a fucking nightmare for them. Yeah. Mostly because there are, I think 4 killers. It's just a complete fucking nightmare of a game. But it's still fun. Right?
Yeah.
Like, people still play it. And I'm still on the subreddit for some reason, despite the fact that I haven't played it in like 4 months. But,
maybe when they finish it. Is it finished?
Dude, by the time it's finished,
this
will be out. By the time it's like balanced and good. But no, I fully believe that the foundation is there. And it's good that this game came out first to basically show like, hey, here's what you need to watch out for that's going to piss people off. I fully believe this is going to launch to great success. And like I said, and not only because of that, but it really does look like they understand what the fuck they're making.
Yep.
Not only in the marketing, but in the animations. Getting Kane Hodder, like if you watch the Kickstarter video or any of the interviews with the people, like they're very big fans of the series, as well as talented game designers. Super stoked for this game. I already fucking kickstarted it.
Yep.
So pre-order it, so I don't have anything to lose. So yes, here's hope.
Feeling good about it. Batman says balancing issues is why I stopped playing it.
Exactly.
Little Tortilla Boy says I got the Steam code for this game. Good job, sir. I'll definitely be playing it. What are you going to play it on console or are you going to play it on PC?
Well, I have
Probably
promised to play with Edify on Xbox One.
Oh.
He was the one who originally told me about it before I even went to Comic-Con. And we've been talking about it. We've been following its development. Sorry, man. Gotta do it.
I'll have fun.
Oh, we will. Baby.
Alright, let's move on.
But one last thing. Imagine if this does really well in getting a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, like in the vein of like
Nightmare on Elm Street.
The Last of Us or something.
Halloween.
Not like first person wise, but like a game where you actually have to escape.
Yeah.
It's an event. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
That'd be great. All right, I do think it's only appropriate for us, by the way.
To represent our boy.
Yeah.
So Yves Guillemot tells Vivendi to fuck off. It's not necessarily Yves. It's Yves' family. So a few months ago on Preparation Ape, got to lay the floor plans for this right here. Oh wait,
yeah.
Get in there a little bit. Got to lay the floor plans for this a little bit. Yves Guillemot.
It's a nice switchblade he's got there too.
Yeah.
It's like a series of rings. It's like got him held there.
Yeah.
Hey, it's pretty good.
Vivendi is attempting a hostile takeover of Ubisoft.
It's one of the
Hostile
funniest
takeover.
things I've ever heard. So
Yep.
yeah, go on.
So what they've been doing for about a year now is that they're buying large sums of Ubisoft stock, attempting to buy them out. We've talked about this a couple of times on Preparation Ape.
Yep.
When they first bought it, they bought like 7%. Then they got up to like 20%. Then they got up to like 25%. Well, recently, if they buy enough stock, then they are majority shareholders in Ubisoft, and they can take control of Ubisoft and make decisions, and can say, here's when you're going to release Assassin's Creed, and here's when you're going to do this. Basically, it's going to stop them from being an independently owned game developer.
And you're gonna stop Aisha Tyler from coming out and memeing everybody.
That's completely possible, yes.
That'd be horrible.
No more Aisha Tyler. So Yves Guillemot, specifically the Guillemot family, he is the CEO of Ubisoft. He came out and said, nah, homie. Nah. He pulled out a switchblade and he flipped it around a few times.
He did all that?
He did all that. And they spent $20
Probably at
million.
home. Like he did that at home before he
They
clicked,
spent-
submit, confirm stock option payment.
Maybe more. Hold on, let me see if I can get the exact
No,
amount.
fun.
The Guillemot family trying to keep control of Ubisoft. Oh, this is a Bloomberg, by the way. A little fancy one by Alexandre Boxenbaum.
Bloomberg would hire somebody named.
Alexander Boxenbaum.
They would.
Guillemot family trying to keep in control of Ubisoft's entertainment essay amid Vivendi's essay encroachment. Is boosting its stake in the video game company with financing from an unidentified bank. The arrangement allows the family's company, Guillemot Brothers SE, to increase its holding by about 4 million shares, or 3.5% of Ubisoft, according to a statement made last Monday. The chunk is worth 144 million euros, which is $161 million, based on the latest close. So they just spent $161 million to help make sure that Ubisoft stays independent. $161 million. Like, that's pretty awesome. Family held 9% of Ubisoft's capital and 50% of the voting rights as of July. The Guillemots are boosting their defenses ahead of Ubisoft's September 29th shareholder meeting as they try to keep the maker of Assassin's Creed independent. The family is lobbying other owners to back its campaign.
Like how Ubisoft is the maker of Assassin's Creed.
What happened?
Oh, someone sent me chat disappeared. So, stupid technical thing, you gotta scroll it down a little bit, and then Simpire helped.
Cool.
And I helped.
The Guillemots are boosting their defenses. The family is lobbying other owners to back its campaign by pledging them better returns alone than as a unit of French media conglomerate Vivendi. People familiar with the conversations have said Vivendi has already taken control of Gameloft, another company run by the Guillemot family. We're seeing a race between Vivendi. This is a quote from Charles Lude Planade.
What is his name?
Planade?
No.
It's Plan A-D-E.
Lude?
Planade. Planade. whatever. We're seeing a race between Vivendi and Guillemot brothers Charles Loup Planade, head of research at Louis Capital Markets. Midcap partner said in an email, if Vivendi wants Ubisoft, it will have to fucking pay for it. Both Guillemot and Vivendi are trying to become stronger ahead of the shareholder meeting. While Vivendi has asked for board seats, it also has said in July it isn't considering a full takeover of Ubisoft for at least 6 months. How nice of them. The music, film, and TV conglomerate has said it wants fruitful cooperation.
What?
Fruitful cooperation
Who
with
said?
Ubisoft.
Why are you saying it like that?
I don't know, because I fucking want to, because they're French.
That sounded like you were trying to do a fucking like a Japanese or Chinese.
A cooperation.
Yeah.
Gameloft is a mobile dev, I think. You are correct, sir. So basically, general gist here is, Vivendi wants to buy Ubisoft. The Guillemot family, who are CEO and owners of it, said, nah. So they just bought $160 million worth of stock just to make sure it doesn't happen.
Well, truthfully,
Like
they
a boss.
probably shouldn't have put themselves in a position to be bought out at random by another company with money anyways.
That's just the risk that you take having a large, like a corporate...
I see that, but not a lot of other businesses you see that happening to.
You don't, but not a lot of people are Vivendi. Like Electronic Arts, something like that could happen if people just keep buying all of our stock more and more and more and more and more.
You should stop selling your stock then, man. You're only contributing to the cause. What?
Put your shit in.
Why the fuck did you just close it then?
Why the fuck are you getting your fucking titties bent out of shape?
It's just you're like, and I'm done with this. You dropped the mic, and it's like
Because I thought I was done, and I forgot we had our questions. Are you done being a bitch?
No, never.
I didn't think so.
All right. Well, we got Save the Past, Save the World.
All right. So here's our topic for this week. If you had a time machine and you could go back and change anything that's ever happened in the video games industry, you could say, don't release E.T. on Atari. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Hold on.
Was that in your bathroom?
Don't know where.
Something's happening. Nothing's happening. Whoa, bro. Calm your shit down.
Never. No, we're good.
All right. So if you could go back in time and change anything that's ever happened in the game industry, get rid of E.T. to prevent the Atari video game market crashing in '83.
Right.
If you could go back and stop them from naming the Wii, what would you do? You can go back and change anything.
If I could go back and change anything?
Yeah, but only one thing.
Only one.
One thing.
I would go back in time and stop Nintendo. Period. Nah. I would stop them from making the Wii with motion controls. I would come back like the ghost of Christmas future. And be like, Miyamoto, new and exciting doesn't equal long-term sales and support. Backwards compatibility is going to be near impossible. Flawed execution of flagship titles. Please, Miyamoto. Or if I didn't have to put on the spectacle, I'd just don't. Give us a regular controller, that's it. No motion controls, that's it.
I think we would be in a completely different world right now if the Wii hadn't come out. I think it would have
one where the Holocaust didn't happen. And 9/11 didn't happen. Yeah, it could be a better world.
But it might not be. Think about
one where the Armenian genocide never took place.
So
Miyamoto lied.
Not to say that there's any validity to this. I think that your assumption is that them not creating motion controls means that they created a console that you wanted.
I'm willing to take that fucking risk because I already don't want the one that I have.
Think about
what do I have to lose?
Think about the trajectory that Nintendo was on of the N64 to the GameCube. Then imagine if the Wii was basically another-ish GameCube,
right?
Which would have had great games and we would have loved. but would have been potentially a financial disaster. And we would be talking about a completely different Nintendo right now.
Right.
A Nintendo that probably wouldn't be putting mobile games on their devices. But they may be, for all we know, they could be making Sony PlayStation games. Again, these are things that you would want. But
no, that's not necessarily true. Not that last point. But everything else before then, yes.
It would be a completely different Nintendo now. And it might not be for the best. Like, Nintendo could have gone bankrupt by now had it not been for the success of the Wii. So, I'm not trying to say no. It's the same sort of thing. Whatever I come up with, there is some alternate world where whatever I have...
You better fucking believe it.
Alright, you ready for mine? Since we're on the subject?
Yes. Right.
Rare Studios stays exclusive to Nintendo consoles. They aren't purchased by Microsoft. I go to Rare and I say, guys, if you do this, you're going to make Conker on the HoloLens not be an alcoholic. Don't do this.
How will DKP ever relate to a squirrel again?
Don't make Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Oh.
Please do not go to Microsoft. Nobody wants to play your fucking games on a Microsoft console. I don't want to be asking the question
I don't...
Rare success being how well a game about a bunch of pirates is going to be.
I don't necessarily want to say that.
I don't want my deepest hope for Rare to be a new Battletoads. Like, I want my hope for Rare to be that Nintendo's...
I don't want my deepest hope for Rare to be a new Battletoads.
That's what it is right now.
Something so profound.
That's what it is right now. That's what I hope for out of Rare. When instead, what I would like to have hoped for is like, I can't wait to see that new Diddy Kong racing. I can't wait till Rare makes a new Donkey Kong Country. Not to say that Tropical Freeze or DKCR are anything to fucking sneeze at.
DQC?
The DKC.
No, I Major Tom, I'm going to be fair here.
Yeah.
I was not gearing up this shit on your response at all. I never do that. Yeah. As much as it might seem that way sometimes. And when you first said Rare exclusive Nintendo, I thought, well, it was good back then. And then I thought something weird like, but what's with this weird Nintendo exclusive from Jim? But then, man, as you went on, did you hammer it the fuck home of, I don't care where it goes, permitted we don't have what it is now. The moment you said Conker being legit regular Conker and not the only one that was popular ever, right? How else does that make sense? You really hit it home with me. Like, you connected.
I appreciate that.
Like, you took it in, and you went right, and you bounced the prostate exactly the way it needed to.
Cool.
Well, don't stop now.
Don't.
Otherwise, I'll become turgid. But yeah, no. That's a
it sounds like someone saw my questions. I actually haven't read any of these questions. So if one of these questions pertains to something that you put out there, it's just a random happenstance that it did work out that way.
Allegedly.
I don't see any of Idify's questions in our question thing.
Did you fucking delete them?
No.
You sure?
How would I stealth delete him? Did you stealth delete him?
No.
I don't see any of his questions.
I don't tell you, man.
Idify, did you delete all your own questions? Let me see if he's still in the group. Apologies. Yeah, it says he's a member. Maybe he asks the questions in a different place than where he normally asks them. I don't see a single Idify question in here. I deleted them because of bullies. Oh. If you deleted them, that's completely fine. My name is Idify, and I allow the internet to hurt my feelings. What console brought entire families to the gaming market outside of the Wii? That's right. Jam says the Wii smells. He's right, too. Sounds like someone saw my questions. Tits out for the boys. Gotta have them tits out. Sega's downfall was because of Nintendo's dick-headed moves. It's true. Sega was the shit. You know, Dreamcast was the shit. I was a big fan of the Dreamcast, but I don't know about all the other consoles. I thought I liked Genesis a lot back in the day, but no, not really. See any other questions I may have missed? I'm gonna scroll up right here. Things that you guys would do. This is Pebiv regarding Vivendi. It was a smart move to buy all the stock either way. If they lose the company, they make a fortune. If they keep the company, they get to keep the company. Amen to that. CDI and PlayStation deal with Nintendo and Sony. Dude, if Nintendo and Sony got together, I would love to see that.
You know they did that.
Yeah.
They almost made it.
The Nintendo PlayStation. Yeah.
Yes.
But if that deal never fell through, that's actually really fascinating.
I don't know. Or it could be horrible. Because we would never have Nintendo 64. I'm sorry, Mario 64.
That's true.
It could have been that weird sort of 3D shift that we did see, like with Bubsy 3D, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Could have been all that.
For sure. Jam says, I'd go back and warn Mo what was coming, or maybe tell Rockstar how big they could be.
Medal of Honor, I think is what he means. Maybe. Yeah, a little bit.
Stop Firefly from being canceled.
I don't think it's anything to do with games, but like,
it doesn't here. It's nerd culture. It's all the same.
Hold on. There's one other comment I would like to touch very quickly. It's up here. Sorry about this.
Really?
Almost. Yeah, for real. Tex Phil Davis says DKP is a saint.
Where?
Well,
I don't see that.
Oh, it's there. Find it, baby.
Really? What are you doing right now?
I just wanted to highlight that comment.
We've been live for an hour and 40 minutes.
All right, we'll then move on.
Well, you scrolled past all the other comments I wanted to read.
Hey, man, want to be there.
Hey, man, want to fucking ruin something to inflate your ego?
No, just to verify it.
I'd probably stop DKP's birth. I think the world would be better without him.
That's actually, yeah.
I would convince Nintendo to buy out Rare. There you go, baby. I changed the outcome of Sega's fall from fame because Sega was the shit. DKP is a saint. There's your comment right there.
Hey.
Sega's fall was unjust. Okay, back. Sega's downfall was because of Nintendo's dickhead moves. And then more stuff that I've already read. And then, ever play Rayman 3D on the Dreamcast? I showed it. It was dope. I also have it on my 3DS. My dog pissed on my Dreamcast. Got a new Dreamcast and a cat.
Like, can I trade up, please?
Oh. And then TP Poker says, I want to slap my neighbors.
That's how they do shit in Scotland. They're like...
My dog pissed on my Dreamcast.
Can you believe it's pish? It's pish.
I got a new Dreamcast and a sheet.
I can't fucking believe. Tell you what. Get a Dreamcast and a cat. You cannot do better. No deal like that. You'll be shiting. That's fucking... I tell you. Haggis. I eat haggis.
I can understand what you're saying, so your Scottish accent is not good enough. All right.
Jams, I love you, baby.
Anything else?
Yes.
Zombie
slap my neighbors. That's a good one. I also wanted to remark on my neighbors real quick. I also hate mine, TV Poker. I feel you. They have a...
They got too many wooks up there. Too many wooks.
By the way, I think we need to define what a wook is.
Just Google it.
No, because I watched a documentary, no, I watched that new Daniel Radcliffe movie, the one where he plays a white supremacist or whatever, right? Okay.
Does that have wooks in it?
Well, at one point they referred to a different ethnic group as a wook, and I was like,
so it could be.
That's not the context I've been using it for.
So it could be construed as us being racist bigots.
Oh, big time.
Wow.
But no, it's your standard. They drive very shitty cars. Not that
no, they always do.
But it's like very intentional looking. They all have dreadlocks.
Most of them do, yes.
Oh, dude, like fucking, there's like 9 people that live there, and they have dreadlocks.
They usually wear like wife beaters.
They skateboard out in the parking lot right by our cars.
They smell of patchouli.
Yes,
and desperation.
And since they're above us, right? I swear to fucking Christ,
are they?
One of them has a drum set that has a double bass, and hear it all day. That's sort of fucking garbage, right? And when I go outside on my nice, lovely patio to smoke a cigarette, right?
Mm.
They're upstairs and they spit off it, just right onto the little awning.
Sometimes you just sit out there, spit in your hair.
Well, I don't usually
That's
leave
how-
the
that's
balcony that much.
That's
but
actually how you keep your hair slicked back for every Prep Ape.
yeah,
You
man.
go out there and you just stick your head under and you get some wood juice on you and go to town.
I've had packages stolen, and
Okay.
also I have deliveries that have had just opened. That it's like, come on, a couple were stolen. And just today when you were here, they got a new thing where they're spitting sunflower seeds off the balcony,
Yep, I saw that.
and it's like,
I can attest.
what the fuck, dude? Like, those are just gonna fucking stay there. You piece of garbage, woke piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. I'm
No,
ready.
no.
I'm ready to get the
I'm
fuck
not.
out of here, bro.
I hope they all get. Hope they die in the AIDS fire.
Okay.
Personally.
All right, guys.
By the way,
ready for-
hold on. I gotta commend you. Anything Ape Escape?
Never played it. I know about your love for it, though. Don't look at me like that.
No.
You know I've never played it.
It's not your fault.
Whose fault is it?
Nobody's. It's
No.
society's.
Society. It's Daniel Radcliffe's fault.
Yeah, it is.
DKP, go up with a gun and teach him a lesson, says James Al.
By the way,
That's not how we solve problems in Texas.
By the way, that
It's totally
movie,
how
that
we solve
movie
problems.
was definitely like American History X, in a way in which it's like, hey, look, we're gonna subtly give you a message as the audience that no matter what you went thinking in this movie, you're gonna interpret and go, oh shit, huh? It was like Daniel Radcliffe going like, hey, feel bad, hey, and it's like there's no subtlety to it at all, and I don't know if it's Daniel Radcliffe's a bad actor. I don't think he is.
Why are we talking about this?
Just giving a quick review of Imperium. Because it was a really bizarre movie. Because okay, when you saw that it existed, you're like, are you kidding me? There's a movie where Harry Potter's a skinhead? That's fucking bizarre. I have to watch that, right? I don't know if he's a bad actor or the greatest actor in the way that he plays an undercover dude, right? But he's having to pretend as the undercover dude, so his lines fall really flat because he's having to pretend as that super undercover character. Or just Daniel Radcliffe as doing an American accent just sucks. I don't know. That's my review of Imperium.
Cool.
It's alright.
TP Poker says, dude, I knock on the door, bash their heads in with a PlayStation 4, and then I go buy me a Pro. Hope your neighbors get AIDS. And James says he gets it.
Hey, buddy. Right back at you.
All right, ask Apes anything. What we do is at facebook.com/group/the Chainsaw Ape Group. I post a new topic every week or a new post, pin it to the top, so you guys can come and ask us some questions, and then we answer them for your amusement. So without further ado, the Thought says, "Are you as excited as I am that Nintendo, excuse me, is going back to cartridges?"
I was until I found out cartridges mean
like DS carts,
Yeah.
like cards.
which I find those too small to you kind of lose them too easy. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can see that. I cannot imagine putting like a Super Nintendo style cartridge in.
No, I wasn't expecting it to be that fucking big. I thought maybe like Game Boy size,
Okay.
right? Like or
That's a happy
maybe even a like Game Boy Advance size, right?
Okay.
Something you can kind of stack on a shelf, maybe a little bit, maybe with little end labels. That'd be nice. Be
Something
cool.
you could just fuck.
Because the thing, okay, we both collect games, right? To some degree. I'd say to a large degree, right? You have every N64 game there is. I have like 500-600 NES games over here in a bunch, right? There's something really cool about kind of stacking it on a shelf and being able to see it. And
I agree.
I can literally point at Action 52 from here. Like, there it is. You know, one of the most expensive ones I do own. This, when it comes to the 3DS ones, like, it looked like a stack of floppies. Like, when I heard cartridges, I did get excited. I do think I misunderstood, though.
Do you think you're going to go all digital for the NX?
Most likely, yeah.
I'm going to go all digital except for Zelda games. As long as Zelda games come in boxes, I'm always going to buy them. I don't know why I just said this weird thing about Zelda games. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. To be honest, I'm a little bit indifferent. I would rather have like a terabyte or two of space in the NX than them use cartridges. Bad Ben says, what games have y'all expected to like, but didn't like or hated, is what he says.
Oh, fuck. The Order, for me.
Okay.
I've got quite a few of those, actually. Okay.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Same.
I thought I would like
to a
that
degree. I do love that game. It's
I was
unlike
like, open world. This looks great.
unlike the PlayStation meeting, right? Metal Gear Solid 5 was a game that I grew on after I played it.
Mm-hmm.
When I initially played it, it was by far probably the best fucking thing I played in a long time.
Yeah.
And I still will hold to this, like, gameplay-wise, it's perfect. Story-wise, content-wise, like, how it should have wrapped, no. On top of that, Onimusha 4. Castlevania 64. Let's think recently. I can't even think of anything else.
Yeah,
right
I can't
now
really think
off the
of
top
a
my
whole
head.
lot of them.
The Order was a fucking huge one for me, though.
Yeah.
Thought that was gonna be incredible.
I love The Order.
I did not.
I'm one of like 3 people on Earth that think that game is absolutely amazing. Yeah, I can't think of any other than MGS.
Thank you, Mr. Badman.
Badman's next question is: you can only show your born or unborn child 2 movies when they are the age of 18. Which ones do you choose and why? Until they're the age of 18 or when they turn 18?
Let's just say when they turn 18.
Okay.
I'll assume. My answer's not going to change.
Okay.
Goodfellas and The Shining.
Okay. Mine would be Clue.
Such a weird answer. I
Yes.
did not expect that.
I'm a huge fan of Clue. I'm a huge Clue
I had
fan.
no idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Tim Curry annihilates it. And probably Fight Club.
David Fincher.
Little Tortilla Boy says The Order is dope. My love for you has just increased dramatically. Goodfellas and Independence Day, says TP Poker.
Good fucking... Well, it's halfway good answer.
Mr. Kurtzen says, can you come up with a super smart and relevant question and make it look like I asked it?
Who asked that? Oh,
Mr. Kurtzen.
Have you ever played a game where you felt something that you weren't prepared to feel, and it made you feel in unexpected ways? That sounds like some shit Mr. Kurtzen would say.
I cried in the first 15 minutes of The Last of Us. I didn't expect that to happen.
I did not expect to tear up at the end of Metal Gear Solid 5. 4, sorry.
4, yeah.
I was too mad.
That microwave scene.
There's that, and when Otacon, when Sonny's like, Uncle Hal, where's Snake? He's like, this is a meme now. He's like, Snake, he had a hard life. He's taking some time off. And you know full well, like, hey, he's probably dead.
Yeah.
That got me. I didn't expect it to.
Morning Shark asks, well, first off, do you still do NX questions? Yes, we do. If the NX is considered to be a portable console, what will families, Nintendo's target audience, do to handle having to share that console? Well, I don't think it's strictly portable. I think it's going to be, you can play it on both. I think that whoever is going to take it to school with them, you can just plug it in at home and play multiplayer. Your Smash Brothers, your Mario Karts. I think Nintendo would be absolutely insane to make a home console that is not multiplayer. Like, where you can play on the couch. His second part to that is, Dad may take it with him and the kiddos would have to wait until he gets home. Thoughts? Oh, I guess that's the...
What is this, the fucking Great Depression?
I mean, I'm planning to take my NX. That just means that the kids are going to have to play something
You're
else.
suddenly going to fucking see children's journals, because, yeah, they're going to keep those for some reason.
Kevin says, wow, Mr. Kirsten asked a super smart and interesting
When
question.
Papa left with the NX, we would have nothing to do all day. When he'd come back home, it was like he'd brought the thunder, the Firebird,
I
the
remember
NX.
Mom would sit in the kitchen and make Kool-Aid with no sugar.
He would come home and drop it on the floor immediately when he found out dinner was late. Brutally savage my mother while we would play Mario Run, emulated on the new NX.
I remember I only got one sock that year because my dad spent the money on the other sock for the Nintendo NX.
Dad went out to get cigarettes and never came back. The real tragedy was he left with our Nintendo NX dongle. We could no longer ever hook it up to the television.
We just
We would all gather round.
I remember my sister Susie. She drew a picture of Mario on the television.
Mother would take our
You
NX
can still see the choppy mustache to this day.
Mother would take our NX games and make us go down to the farmer's market. Sell it for flour and wheat.
That was fun. All right.
I never got my Pikmin back.
I mean, realistically, that's going to be a problem that people are going to have.
Yeah.
Texas Phil Davis says, if I bring Miracle Whip and beer, can I maybe be peanut gallery on a Friday stream one of these days?
No. Don't
bring Miracle Whip.
You're not going to fucking impress us with mayonnaise. You just come, all right? Whatever you're going to drink, bring it. Hell, I might even sling you a few Busch Light if you like them.
Ooh.
You leave the mayonnaise out of here, though. I get it. We're white. But
man,
I don't think either one of us eat mayonnaise,
make grilled cheese sandwiches out of it like they do on those commercials? Lord Barbecue asks, what, if any, existing franchise would you like to see a game of a different genre? An example would be Final Fantasy Tactics.
I would like to ask SimCity in the Grand Theft Auto universe.
And then you play Grand Theft Auto in that?
No, you play the mayor. You know when you played SimCity for the NES and the dude was
that's pretty cute.
And like, oh man, there's Godzilla coming down on our city in a new Scion TC. You know, and you would have to kind of assess the threat. Well, imagine a city like Los Santos, where it's just constant fuck ups, and you have to somehow fix it. I think that'd be interesting.
Okay.
If not that, then Mario on Fire.
Like Mario Max Payne type game?
Yeah.
Third-person shooter.
Like the Denzel Washington.
Says TP Poker.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Can I get
I'm a big fan of kart
quick?
Racers.
Exactly.
So taking a franchise that I like and turn it into a kart racer would be cool.
I also want to see a Metroid, like Dead Space-esque.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
We talked about that in our original
podcast days.
Mario on Fire joke.
Yeah, The topic was if Nintendo was to make a rated M game, what franchise would you like it to be?
Mm.
And I think that was yours, right? No, Metroid.
That was like a close second of mine, and then Tasty, of course, went, damn it, that was gonna be mine.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, but I've got this other idea. It's called Mario on Fire, right? And, yeah.
And mine was a Mad Max style F-Zero game.
I do like that idea though. No, but like
F-Zero, but it's like super brutal.
Well, Samus going to like Planet Zebes or whatever, like no one's there. Even the Super Nintendo games, side scroll, you can see everything.
Yeah.
Have a great kind of sense of isolation to it. Right?
Yeah.
Imagine what you could do with that, like in a over the shoulder, like it's actually dark as fuck.
No, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Final question. Texas Phil Davis says,
and then one of the ones in the chat, by the way.
What can we do to make this online store happen? People need swag. We have a little bit more work to do. The store is basically ready.
Yep.
We're about to order. PaintSpot Pixel has ordered something. We're about to order a couple of things. We want to test the products and see if we like the stuff. And if we don't like it, then we're going to have to go back to the drawing board. But
before we sell it to you, we want to make sure it's
we want to make sure the quality is
the money.
At least half decent. We're not looking for the best material ever, but
which, by the way, we get like zero money from this. We're selling this as far as to you guys at cost.
Yeah,
which
just so we can make it as cheap as possible. Get that name out there. But the store is coming.
Well, not just get the name out there, man. James has been asking. James, we might not have polos, by the way. The ones we have are custom made. I'll make you one and send it to you, though.
Peviv says, I would have enjoyed a 9-to-5 question or two. RIP. TP Broker says, I've got a question. All right, throw it at us.
9-to-5. If there's one thing I've told you, you just gotta ignore bullies. They'll go away.
Is that something you've told him?
As of now, yes.
Oh, cool.
All right, so let's see. Worst Reggie's Law moment ever. No, you guys, it's beauty. They want multiplayer, they have to buy multiple consoles. Look at the profits. My puppet body is ready to sit at home while the real Reggie goes in and reaps the rewards.
You need to make some NC-17 games for the
Does that not remind you of John Lovitz? He's losing his mind. I'm reaping all the benefits. That's Reggie. Curtain Poles. Morning Shark said, oh, hold on. T. Poker says, my grandma, Betty White, flashed her nipples during Christmas dinner.
Awesome.
It's never for nothing, man. Morning Shark says, if this is the next-gen console, how will it be capable for everyone to play and still be on the GP?
On the go.
Well, that says GP.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Let's go.
Well, there's done. You being the NX expert here.
It's not possible for everyone to play it while it's also on the go. That's really what it is. Sorry, kids. My wife's been playing Super Princess Peach on the DS. And she's probably real mad that I brought the DS over with me tonight, as opposed to leaving it there so she can play it.
Dang. She just brought your kid over.
She is enjoying the shit out of that Super Princess Peach, though.
Yeah. When she do, how about for next Prep Ape, we just do a simple trade? You give the DS, take a kid over here, I'll hold him during Prep Ape.
Okay.
I'll just do this whole thing.
Yeah.
And if he cries,
we'll just put some Psy music videos.
I'll yell at him. What? Seriously?
Oh, yeah. He loves Korean pop music, like I said earlier.
I thought you were joking.
Nope. Loves Korean pop music.
I would play Captain Falcon, actually. Yeah, no shit.
That'd be cool.
TB Poker says they need to make some NC-17 games for the Oculus. Buy a Rift. There are plenty of, it goes beyond NC-17.
Got a question. Man after my own heart. Sounds like a plan. I'm a man who's been after those polos. Glad I deleted my questions. You would have still been answering questions. Speaking of wife, mine just called. Just started Fallout 3. I love her. I love K-pop music videos, says Senpai. Yep. TB Burger says, why do people sneeze and cough without covering their mouths when folks do that? We as Americans should be able to institute corporal punishment and make citizen arrests. That's fair. I would say there are times where I don't, because I can't get to it in time.
Well, I think it's kind of like when a dog does something bad. You have to present the punishment in a way where it's like, hey, it has to relate to what it did. To know, like, hey, this is bad. I shouldn't.
Yeah, you gotta rub its nose in shit.
So to kind of stay consistent, I would say that when people try to spread diseases, like through sneezing or coughing without over their mouth, I think that not corporal punishment, I think it's a little bit sharp, a little bit harsh. I think
I like sharp better.
I think it should get AIDS. Like,
okay.
they're brought in, they're tied down exactly how they would be on death row, right, for a lethal injection. But instead of, like, it really going to the veins, they just go, whoop, with an AIDS needle. And that's it.
That's fair.
I mean, you can find a bunch. They're not hard to find. Like, children step on them all the time. We'll have their needles out in the forest.
To answer a couple more questions, do some win stuff money, and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm ready to call it. We're almost at 2 hours. You guys good about the Poochie Amiibo, the Zelda Amiibo, or Mario Maker on the 3DS? Yes, all three. Bushlight or Bud Ice? Bushlight. Try and arrest me. I'm cutting you. Do it on purpose.
Bushlight.
Do it on purpose while looking at people to make them angry. LOL, I like your style.
Hey man, want to be there.
Alright. Let's move on to win stuff money.
I will not be buying any Amiibos. Minus maybe the Donkey Kong ones, because I just, might want those. Alright. So here it is. Win stuff money. Major Tom, would you rather or do you want to?
I'm cool either way.
Alright. So Win Stuff Money is our weekly $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. What is happening here is we do have a box art hidden behind all these small squares. I don't know, man. Could be fucking Dragon Quest. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Wouldn't it, though? So what we're going to do is we're going to slowly reveal one at a time. And then that's it. Whoever gets it first wins $25 Amazon gift card. We will need your email address. If you don't trust us and you think we're some sort of scams or something, get a fake email address and send it to us. We just have to have one to send it to. Now, one important thing to note, if it is a franchise game, like let's say, for example, it's Metal Gear Solid, right? 2, and you just say Metal Gear Solid. Well, if you didn't say 2, sorry, pal. You fucked. Lastly, and the last caveat here is, it is up to our discretion who wins. We're not going to just randomly fuck somebody if they don't. But if we truly do believe, and there's good evidence to support, you knew what it was first, we got you, fam.
Yep.
So, with no further ado,
let's go.
Here it is.
Everybody ready?
I certainly hope so.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh, there's one, man. Shit.
Oh, I know what it is already. It's Donkey Kong.
That's incredible, me too.
The Internet Explorer version.
The anticipation is killing me. Sense of your sense of library. Exactly.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Nothing yet.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Man. How it hasn't been gotten yet is absurd to me. The Brood Witch! Oh, I'm sure someone's typed in it now. We just haven't seen it on the thing there, you know.
Pebiv.
Congratulations, Mr. Peb. You've done got the System Shock dose.
Congratulations, Pebiv.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, System Shock 2. Yay!
Now, what any of this had to do with our original title of, which by the way, Back to the Hood.
Perfect.
That really was pretty, it was goddamn perfect almost. I don't know. And it erased the chat, but that's the price you pay. But, yeah. So, Peb, make sure you, get us your email address, etc.
Yeah.
And we will get that to you.
Yep.
But apart from that, if you have any last things, very quickly before we sign off, let us know. We'll get to them. If you just have burning questions.
I'm Edge Tom.
I'm DKP.
Get it? That's like our song.
I get it. We're going to give it one more minute. Legit.
Right.
One more.
Bye. Thanks, guys. It's been fun. Pretty good episode today. We laughed. We cried.
You cried.
We made fun of ugly people. We talked about James L's mom.
Did we?
And Lover, also known as his sheep. We, had a good time.
It was. Alright, guys. Well, thanks again. We'll see you guys, let's see. Might have complications tomorrow in pregnancy. We'll see. But, see you guys
If
next
not,
time.
I'll see you on Sunday. I'll see you Sunday. Man. He might see you tomorrow. That's it.
But anyways, you're welcome over here anytime.
Except for tomorrow.
I mean, you can.
Okay. We'll come on over tomorrow.
Yes, this stream is fantastic.
I'll call
Thank
you
you for
because
delivering.
I knew your mother.
Or allowing me to be part of it.
Lose the shades.
Of course, baby. Channel was cleared by a moderator. I don't even know what the fuck that means. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. All right,
Bye.
Guys. Later.